What's going on, Kingdom Team? It's Wade for the Kingdom Report, back here with you for another Eat Disney Dining Review. But before we get grubbing, I just wanted to make sure that you are already subscribed to us and that you've turned on that notification bell. If you haven't already, go ahead and do so. We've got new content for you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We're just out to connect you to more of what makes you happy at Disney parks from coast to coast. Today, we're at Disneyland Park in Anaheim, where this original Magic Kingdom is about to turn 65. Can you even believe it? But in this park, we are venturing back to its newest edition, which is Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Oh my goodness. The one place that is roughly a third of the land space in Disneyland itself. Well, this area is truly spectacular. If you haven't seen it, the detail is off the charts. And you want to talk immersion? You got it here. It's the Black Spires of Batuu, the planet that you're on at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, that really captivates you. And I gotta say, it's a location that you're gonna get lost in if you've never been to it before. A lot of twists and turns and elevations to really find your way through, and can be a bit of a struggle if you don't have a guide or you don't know where you're going. But Black Spire Outpost is kind of the theme of the major settlement within the planet itself that you find kind of the village at. And the spires themselves are the thing for this planet, whereas Hoth may have snow and Endor may have sort of their foresty areas. Well, Batuu is known for its sort of petrified rock. It's a broken down, petrified rocks that you see all over the land and way off in the distance. But today, we are venturing through this land to not just admire the detail and sort of explore the location, we're also here to get some food. Yeah, what does food taste like in a galaxy far, far away? Well, that is what we're here to find out. And inside Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, there are 5 main food stands that you can choose from, Oga's Cantina being one of them, Ronto Roasters, and the Milk Stand, as well as Kat Saka's Kettle. But today, we are at Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo, where the menu is creative and uniquely inspired. This location itself is kind of hidden. Everywhere in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is kind of like a bit of a maze, and if you don't know what you're looking for, it can be hard to find things. So it took me once, twice, 3 times a droid to get myself on into this location because I just couldn't find the right door. And, you know, I worked here for a period of time, so it was still confusing to me. But this dining room is something else. So much detail, so many great things to witness and experience in here. But I gotta say, every time I have been into this restaurant, it's never that busy. Now, I don't chalk it up to being bad food or anything like that. I just think that it isn't nearly as popular as they expected it to be. There are a lot of food options, and this one never seems to have a line out the door like many other restaurants within Disneyland Park. But today, we are going with the roasted Endorian tip yip salad. That's the marinated chicken, mixed greens, got your seasonal vegetables, quinoa, can't beat that, your pumpkin seeds, and then of course that dressing that goes around it. When I moved on into this quick service location, made my order, and brought my receipt up to the counter, much like you do in other quick service locations, and they presented me my food. I grabbed that tray and I went and found myself a seat in the sprawling dining room. There's like 3 and 4 sections, and this is kind of the main dining room. It's wide open, but what I mean by the 3 and 4 sections, it's all sort of cordoned off by different set pieces, if you will, from the Star Wars genre. And so you can sit on buckets, you can sit on bar stool type apparatuses. You can definitely pick your unique setting for your meal enjoyment. And you take a look here at the tip yip salad, and it is a beaut, that's for sure. I don't normally get salads, but I've heard many times that this salad is fantastic. And by the way, the reason why I don't typically order a salad is because I'm a big guy. They don't usually fill me up, but I was told not only will this fill you up, you're gonna love the way that it tastes. With the marinated chicken, it was plump, it was juicy, very flavorful. You definitely tasted how marinated it was, the mixed greens and the roasted seasonal vegetables. The vegetables, by the way, it was a like a marinated cauliflower that was an explosion of flavor that I did not anticipate. It elevated this salad in such a great way. The quinoa and pumpkin seeds were a wonderful compliment, and then of course the green curry ranch. just layered this salad to an ideal degree. Not only was I pleasantly surprised at how great this tasted, I ate this thing all the way through, was so impressed, but I was really full by the end. I couldn't believe that this single salad really did fill me up, but it did its job and it did it well, and I was truly impressed. And with all that I ate, I thought, there isn't any way I can go on. I can't possibly have dessert. But then I remembered who I was, and I went ahead and ordered my dessert. Of course I did. This little beauty is the Batu Bon. It is chocolate cake with white chocolate mousse and coffee custard. This little beauty will set you back $6.99. Now, it's a beauty for sure. I keep saying that because it really is. You look at it, it's stunning, right? It looks like a little planet all on its own, and I'm sure that's what it's supposed to evoke. But it's so gorgeous, you almost don't want to eat it. It's too pretty, but I definitely had to dive in and make sure that I knew what it tasted like for research, right? For science and for journalistic purposes, you need to know what it tastes like. And that sort of green accompaniment freaked me out a little bit because I thought, I don't even know what to call that, but I guess I'll try it. But as I dove into this, I quickly realized that this balance of flavors wasn't necessarily something that I enjoyed. I knew it was going to taste chocolatey, and I tasted that, and that was fine. It was incredibly rich and definitely came off with the notes of coffee, as I had mentioned. But all in all, I was unimpressed. I didn't necessarily think that it gave me any satisfaction in a dessert. I mean, was it sweet? Yeah. But it was too rich. The flavors didn't complement each other all that well. And in the end, I thought, this thing was $7. Not only was it tiny for $7, and I think all the money went into making it so pretty, but I don't think I would ever order this again. The consistency on the outside with sort of that flawny custard definitely makes it for a unique texture. And then you got your cake inside, but definitely not something that I think I would ever go with again. I got my chocolate, I got my coffee notes, and I only took a few bites and I was done, ready to give that up straight away. Unfortunately, but it's definitely something that if you are looking to try a dessert here at Docking Bay 7, I would say go for the other option, which is a raspberry cream puff with passion fruit mousse. It's the Oi Oi Puff, and that's $6.49. Both of these desserts, I think, a little too expensive for what you get, but if you're looking to complement your meal, definitely something worth getting, I suppose, just to say you got it at least one time. I don't think I'll be getting any desserts here ever again. Now, as I had mentioned before, this restaurant really is beautiful in terms of detail. The detail and theming is second to none. The restaurant itself is very large, so you can really stretch out if you are looking to relax. Speaking of relaxing, walk out some doors like I did by accident, and you'll find yourself on an exterior patio for this restaurant that I did not know existed. Just like Galaxy's Edge, you turn a corner, and you really got to explore the place because you didn't know certain places were there. This exterior patio, if you're looking for some fresh air while you dine, is wonderful. Now, some of the reasons you may want to skip Docking Bay 7 might just be that the menu, theming, and name could scare you off. Now, keep in mind, they did just recently revamp the menu in terms of wording so that you don't have to be a Star Wars nerd in order to understand what you're getting on the menu. The cast here is less than pleasant. They all kind of had attitudes. Nobody was really all that upbeat or engaging, and I get that each cast member in this land is supposed to be like a citizen of this world, but they all kind of had an attitude and didn't seem all that thrilled to be there, so it made for a very unfortunate experience. And the desserts here, they might be beautiful, but they did not hit the spot, so I highly suggest going with that cream puff rather than the Batu Bon, unless of course you're looking to just take pictures with your dessert, and then the Batu Bon is for you. Some of the reasons you may want to consider visiting Docking Bay 7, well, it could be that the flavors are bold and the menu is certainly creative. It is an explosion of flavor here, and that is fantastic when you're looking for sort of inspiring food to have at Disneyland. The theme of the restaurant, as I had mentioned, second to none. Really cool location to hang out in. Their food quality here, they made it as I ordered it, and you tasted the freshness. That is fantastic when you serve tens of thousands of people a day to be able to keep up on it. And then lots of room to spread out, as I had mentioned. This restaurant, never all that busy, never all that crazy, and totally comfortable in terms of finding a seating location for you. And even if you have a very big party, it can usually be accommodated. accommodated in this atmosphere. All things considered, my final grade for Docking Bay 7 is going to be a B-. Reasons for that, obviously, going to be the cast member interaction being less than decent, and of course the price tag for a soda, entree, and dessert. It was almost $30 for one person. Some of the items we did not get today are the smoked Caddo ribs, basically a pork rib, but cut in a unique way and served with a blueberry corn muffin. And yes, in story, it's the rib of the Naboo native Jar Jar rides in The Phantom Menace. Fried Endorian Tip Yip. Tip Yip is Star Wars for chicken, and here it's prepared in a unique bar shape with a distinct crust and served over vegetables. A Yub Shrimp Noodle Salad. It's a fancy name for a chilled noodle salad with shrimp. And the Felucian Garden Spread, the primary vegan dish, is plant-based meatballs with hummus, relish, and pita, and of course oven-roasted burra fish and roasted tip yip, both served over vegetables and considered more the healthy options. All things you can consider getting on your next trip to Docking Bay 7. Well, if you haven't already, check us out on social media at Kingdom Report Live, and don't forget our new content every Tuesday, Thursday, and our live show on Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. My friends, it has been so much fun dining with you. I hope you had a good time, and hopefully we'll see you again for our next dining show. For the Kingdom Report, I'm Wade Heath.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.